The mics are back on. My name is Jeffrey Davis. This is Radio Entrepreneurs. Thank you very much. And I also want to thank our host at MTP Software. And I do have a co-host for this segment, the one, the only, Jonathan Penta from Penta Wealth Management Group. Welcome back, Jonathan.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Thanks for having me.
And our next guest is Chris Viscomi, co-founder of Aliste Marketing. And
Correct.
you were a first-generation finalist at the Family Business Awards. So we got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Tell us first about Aliste Marketing.
Sure. So Aliste Marketing is a family-owned business. We basically focus on, we really kind of focus on startups. So anyone that's really kind of trying to break into the market, that's really what we specialize in. But we do kind of take a holistic approach with marketing. So typically what we do is we find an individual who needs some kind of help, and what we'll do is we'll go in, interview them, find out a little bit about their business, what they're looking to do, and then from there we actually develop a specific business plan or a marketing plan for them, just so they will find the most bang for your buck, I guess you could say. That's really kind of what we specialize in, but we do everything from marketing to PR, web design, graphic design, basically any aspect of marketing you need, we can handle it.
So, you know, I was talking to you at the Family Business Awards, and I was popping cherry tomatoes at the same time.
Yes, the infamous book, correct.
And, you know, you said you were a full-service marketing firm. Can you really be a full-service marketing firm in today's world and also be a small firm? I'm saying that on purpose because people are listening.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a great question. And to answer it, I'm going to kind of say both yes and no. When we first started out, we did say we can do everything. So what we did was we tried to do everything, and unfortunately, you really can't. So what we did over the years was build kind of a group of individuals that are all business owners that handle different aspects of marketing. So for example, we have a partner that we work hand in hand with PR. So we know that they're the experts with it. So when we do have a individual or a company that needs the PR aspect of it, we basically bring them in. So it's nice because we literally have around 4 or 5 of each individual for each category. So depending on what they need, what the company specializes in, we can really kind of cater to exactly what it
You're
is.
sort of like a GC in construction.
We kind of are, you know, especially with the marketing, you know, so we handle all the marketing in-house. We do that all ourselves. But when it starts coming to the bigger items, website design, those kind of things, we really are a GC. We were kind of raised on the thought of never give a client homework. So when they say they need something, we want to be able to give them exactly what they need. Even if we don't carry it in our arsenal, I guess you could say, we want to make sure that we have it for them.
Do you have one partner in every category, or does sometimes you have to have a couple just in case?
We have a couple just in case. We typically like to have a minimum of 3 individuals. Each one of these companies that we've worked with, we've literally kind of tried them out from beginning to end. So we've had some that we love that we have held on to. We have others that we just didn't see eye to eye, and we've kind of moved on from them. So we've been in business for over 10 years, so we literally had 10 years of vetting of who we have, you know, on our team. Because these individuals, they do represent us, so we want to make sure they're putting their best foot forward.
So what are the, you mentioned the categories, what are the core, how would you break down the core categories? So you have PR.
Yeah, it's a good question because it really kind of, it's a tough question. Marketing is a very, very general term.
Yeah.
It's a category.
It's literally a category, you know, it's kind of one of those things where, you know, marketing could be something as simple as just social media. Other times it is paid advertising. So it really depends on what the client needs and not even what the client needs, but what their customers need. Because each one of our clients are different. So a lot of times individuals think, well, marketing is just somebody standing on top of a soapbox screaming, you know, come buy my product. But when you're screaming that, you want to make sure that your customers are actually hearing you. So the first question we usually ask is where your customers live. We have some that live on Facebook because they have, like, I'll just kind of give examples. We have one of our customers who does wedding venues. So most of their clientele is on Facebook. You know, they're the bride and groom that are looking for these beautiful spots that have pictures and, you know, they kind of see and vision their own wedding there. On the other hand, we have another client that does basically rent from payroll. Unbelievable company. They're called MPS. Definitely suggest looking into them. But their main client is actually the multifamily owners. So the multifamily owners don't actually live on Facebook. Their clients may, but the owners actually live more like on LinkedIn. So what we really try to figure out is who it is we're going to be speaking to, and then we target focus in that area.
So I'm going to go back to basic marketing. That's what I was doing.
Perfect.
For the definition and see how you feel you fit into that thing. So I'm going to go back to marketing 101 undergrad.
Oh.
The 4 Ps.
Yeah, this is like that. Are you smarter than a fourth
Product,
grader?
price,
Yeah.
placement, and promotion.
Yes.
So those are the 4 categories of marketing when you look for the definition, Jonathan. So how do you feel in those 4 categories? So I'm out here, I'm shopping. I own a few companies.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan owns a company. He has clients who own companies. Where are you most comfortable in those 4 Ps working?
Honestly, you really need to be comfortable with all of them because each one of those plays a specific role in regards to the marketing campaign. You want to make sure that you're targeting the right people. You want to make sure that you're broadcasting to the right areas. So for example, one thing we like to do is that we love Google Analytics. That really kind of tells us whether or not we're doing our job or not. So for example, if you were to hire us here in Massachusetts, but all your customers or all the hits you're getting are in California, well then we're not really doing the right job. So we want to make sure that we are focusing on the exact area that you want to be selling in.
Interesting. Now, tell us, why did you apply for the Family Business Awards?
Why do we apply for the Family Business
Did
Awards?
someone nominate you?
I'll be honest. So the company started by my little sister, believe it or not. She is a creative mind that there's nobody that can compare to her. I'm more of a business kind of mindset. We almost kind of ground each other. And Alicia, she applied for, I believe it was 40 under 40. And she won it, which was awesome. So she really
Right.
wanted me to kind of start getting into this a little more. And she said, hey, why don't you go for this award? And I said, sure, why not? We'll go for it. So it's kind of how it came about. A little bit unexpected, but I'm more of the individual that kind of has his head down, get the work done, and kind of roll it out.
So you're partners with your sister.
I am.
What's that like?
It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny. Everyone always is very, very surprised with it. I'm actually.
Well, you seem to like each other. You were together that night. I talked to you. You seem to have a nice sort of chemistry.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So I'm actually the oldest of 3, and she's actually the youngest of 3. We have a middle sister who is very, very book smart and to the point. And me and Alicia are a little more creative, so we get along very, very well. Alicia did start the business back when, God, she was right out of college. She built it up, and then I ended up coming on around 5 years into the business just to kind of help her with the whole business aspect of it and get it to grow.
But
So-
you're the older brother?
I am the older brother. I am.
But she started the firm.
She did. Yeah.
You know, I have another client that fits a similar model.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the model for family success because it's the younger sister who's more the senior partner, but they're
Yeah.
equal partners, and it's the best run of all my family business clients.
I'll be honest. I love it. You know,
Maybe it's having male to male or female to female that doesn't work, or male to father or female to father.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as easily.
I think a lot of it is really just kind of understanding the relationship. I know Alicia started the company. She's the one that
And you liked her before,
I did. And me and her have always got along.
and you didn't have sibling rivalry.
No, not at all. Not at all. Probably, this is kind of the best advice I can give at the family business is once you've established your roles on what you're supposed to do and your responsibilities, kind of listen to each other. Like one thing I love with Alicia is that she'll bring up an issue and I'll give her my opinion or advice on what she should do. And a lot of times, luckily, she'll go with it. But there are times that she says, no, I don't think that's right. But she'll give me an explanation. She'll say, Chris, this is the reason why I said we're going to do this, this, and this. And honestly, as long as she's considered my opinion, I'm happy.
So the rule is go to your older sisters that own companies. If you're a
Younger
brother,
sisters.
Younger sisters who own companies. Make yourself a partner, but make sure you like them and respect them first,
Correct.
because that's the key.
It is definitely the case.
And if there's no sibling rivalry, it works. Well, that's great. Chris, great talking to you. These interviews go quicker than